Hello, beautiful people. All right, so I shampooed my hair earlier this morning, and I used the shampoo and conditioner that I use is a Tresemme um, Touchable Softness for dry and brittle hair, and I use the conditioner, a Tresemme, and this is the Smooth and Silky 48 Hours of Frizz Control and Shine with argan oil and silk protein. So that's what I use. I love for a over-the-counter product. I think this I'm gonna stick with Tresemme for a while. It makes my hair feel so soft after I shampoo it. I mean, it just really works in my hair. And they have different types for different hair hair types. So yeah, try Tresemme. You can get this from Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, any of those stores, big box stores, you can find it. Target, Tresemme, and it don't cost a lot. They also have a leave-in conditioner that is really good. That's how I started using Tresemme years ago. I was using their leave-in conditioner, and actually their leave-in conditioner used to come in a bottle this size back in the day, and it was liquid, but now it comes in a smaller bottle, more like this size. But it's a good product. So I am going to go back and get the leave-in conditioner and whatever else they have on the shelf. I'm going to get. So try Tresemme. So I shampooed my hair early this morning, and what I did was I combed through it. I should have did a video, but I'm sorry I didn't. I combed through it and I sectioned my hair, and I just twisted my hair in sections, just basically like this. This is what it looked like. And I just did that all over, and I allowed my hair to air dry as much as possible. And now I'm taking out the twist. It's still a little damp, but it's not soaking wet like it was when I first twisted my hair. So, the next step I do is I stretch my hair out with the blow dryer. I just stretch it out a little bit with the blow dryer, and I use just a little serum. You can get any type of serum, doesn't matter what brand it is. I'm using a Garnier serum, just a little pump, and I just rub that through my hair like that. And with my hair, I don't try to get my hair like bone straight. That's not my goal. Um, because what I usually do is I blow dry it to stretch it out, and then I go through and take sections, small sections, and I flat iron each section. Just one pass with the flat iron all over. And I do that because it's just easier for me to handle when I put my hair back in my cornrows. Y'all know I do the two cornrows, one here and one there. Okay. And that's what I do. So my goal for the year, next year, is to I want more length to my hair. Right now, if I stretch it out, it comes to about, if I flat iron it, my hair comes here. My goal for next year, this time next year, is my hair to be here. That's my goal. So that's what I'm working on. We should always set goals, so we can, have something to work towards. All right. So I'm just going to take my blow dryer and I'm going to go through my hair, and I'm going to blow dry this section and then this section, and then I will come back on and do a little flat ironing. Okay. All right. Okay. So I blow dried my hair, and now I am going to take small sections and start just flat ironing. I'm just going to straighten it out just a little bit. I'm going to start in the back and work my way to the front. Okay, so this is what I do. I take my little rat tail comb and I just section off. This is just how I do it. I section off a section, a hair in the back, and I take this little band. You can also use a scrunchie, rubber band, whatever you want to use. And I get this out the way. Okay. See, it's a thin section because what I want to do is I want to just plug in my computer. And like I said, if you're ever going to use your blow dryer and your flat iron, use one of these. Always use this for your blow dryer and your flat iron. Any type of um, hair, electronics, computers, anything like that, use this. So plug that in here. Okay. Turn it on. Okay. And I'm just going to go through my hair just one time, and that's it. I wanted to say that years ago, I used to be so stressed out about my hair. Um, the fact that my hair was natural and it's 4C, considered 4C, and I was going gray. Okay. And it's like the gray just popped up everywhere. And so it sort of stressed me out. And I have learned over the years that it's like, why am I being so stressed about my hair? I have to keep, for me, I have to keep my hair routine as simple as possible. I don't go to the hairdressers to get my hair done. So yeah, and the reason why I don't go to the hairdressers because I went to cosmetology school, and when I go to a hairdresser, it's hard for a cosmetologist to go to another cosmetologist. It's like we just like to do our own hair. So that's the only reason why I don't go. But yeah, I had to learn how to just do things as simple as possible, so it would be easy for me and I wouldn't be stressed out with my hair. So now I'm going to go in with the flat iron. Okay. Make sure your hair is combed through. I take a section of hair. Flat iron is hot. Okay. And that's it. I take the next section. The only product I have on my hair is the serum. And that's it. This side, I take this side. I try to be very careful so I won't burn myself. All right. Okay, so um, if you use your flat iron and you go through one pass, you do one pass with the flat iron and your hair is not straight, that means that you need to take thinner sections with your hair. Just take thinner sections. It's going to take longer to go through your whole head, but that way you're not applying a lot of heat to your hair. So this is a real thin section, right? And you just take the flat iron, you start as far up as you can, and you just take your time as you go down to the ends of your hair. And I'm going to bump it under just a little bit. See? That's it. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Because I know with some people they say, well, I can't, I go through one pass, but it's my hair don't get straight. It's because the sections, got a little tangled up in here. The sections are too thick. So with my hair texture, I have to take um, thin sections. See, like right here. You see how thin that is? Flat iron. And there you go. Okay. But if I was to take a thicker section, say I do this, I'll show you the difference with a thin section versus a thicker section. This is a thicker section. And if you look at it, it don't look like it's a thick section, but for my hair type, I have to actually divide this into two, maybe three. So watch this when I pass. You see the difference? You see the difference in that section versus the other section? So I have to take this, and I hate to do it because this is my second pass, but I just wanted to show you all that you have to take thin sections if you have real thick, coily, kinky hair. Okay. And when you put this in your hair, don't pull it out like I did. Don't do that. Um, let's see, that's a thinner section. So, and you want to make sure that the width of your flat iron is you have more room with the width on your flat iron than you do your hair. You don't want your sections to be so long that it's not going to fit in between the blades of the flat iron. Okay, you can put that hair in the middle of the plates. There you go. Okay. Remember back in the day, I'm in my 50s, but do y'all remember the straightening comb? How your mama used to use the straightening comb on your hair, and you'd be like, ow, your mama or auntie or whatever always get the top of your ear every time it seemed like. Oh, she'll say, hold your ear down. You have to hold your ear down like this in order for her to get around the edges with that straightening comb. You put that straightening comb on the stove and that thing get hot, and it's like she knew exactly when to pull that straightening comb, didn't they? They always knew exactly when to pull that straightening comb off the stove so it wouldn't get too hot. And then as I got older, I started using the straightening comb. And I said, why am I using a straightening comb when I could buy a flat iron? But you remember when the flat irons came out, they weren't good. Like the plates were like metal, and it just didn't get our hair straight. So, and it didn't get as hot as the newer flat irons get now. So I just reverted back to the straightening comb because that's what I grew up with. And I went to the African American Museum in Washington D.C. and they have the straightening comb in a little box. It's in the museum. The straightening comb is in the museum. I thought that was cool. So yeah. Who watched the Soul Train Music Awards? What was it, last week or a couple weeks ago? And Maxwell. If y'all haven't seen it, go to YouTube and put in Soul Train Music Awards 2021 Maxwell. That man, I mean, he can sing. He can sing. I love me some Maxwell now. He also, and like everybody knows his songs. It's just like Frankie Beverly and Maze. Like if you go to a Frankie Beverly and Maze concert, everybody there knows all the songs. If you play their songs at a cookout, everybody knows their songs from the age from this tall, from the age of 5 all the way up to 105. Like, and Maxwell is the same way. Like everybody knows his songs from little kids to old people. It's just amazing. But I think he was the best. I mean, his voice, it sounds like the radio. You know how you hear some artists, and they just don't sound. You can tell that their voice has been, I don't know, something they have done something to the track to make them sound better. But Maxwell is an artist where he just sounds good. When I went to his concert, I mean, that was the best concert. And I just missed him. He was in Charlotte, North Carolina a couple weeks ago, and I missed him. But I need to go online to see if he's coming closer to where I am. So, but let me know when you watch the Soul Train Music Awards, who was your favorite? Who was your favorite? Okay, so I finished flat ironing my hair. And as you can see, it's not bone straight because I just did one pass. It's small sections. My hair is very thick. But Alexa, mute. So I'm going to show you how you can find your natural part in your hair. If you comb your hair back like this, just the front part, and you comb it back, and you do like that, and just kind of push it up. You want to comb it back, and then just do this, and just kind of lightly see where it's going to fall. You see how it's separating right there. You see how that hair is laying that way, and the hair is laying that way. That's your natural part. That's it right there. Sometimes you don't want to fight against your hair to do some, you don't want to do something to your hair that it just don't want to do, okay? Because it will stress you out. So that's my natural part. If you want to go deeper on the sides, bring it back, bring your hair back, run your fingers through it, push it up, and see where it wants to. You can probably get another one. See how this hair is laying that way, and then this hair is kind of laying back. So you can sort of I could do another little maybe part right here. And the reason why you want to find your natural part, because it'll be easier for you to style your hair. A lot easier for you to style your hair if you find your natural part. So I could probably do one like up in here too, if I wanted to. On this side, let's see. See how my hair, see how I do this? Watch this. Okay. You see how this side just automatically lays back down here? This part, right up in there. So sometimes your natural part is not going to be in a straight line. Your natural part could go in a circle like that, in a half moon shape. Sometimes it can be in a zigzag shape, you know. If you see hairdressers, sometimes they have a line that's like a moon shape or sometimes a zigzag shape because they following the natural pattern in the hair. So yeah, so this is just flat iron hair. Now you can flat iron your hair straight. You can get it, really, really straight if you use certain types of products. You can get it straight, but I would suggest that you not uh, when you get it like that. You want to make sure that you wrap it at night, tie it down with a scarf. I would suggest that you don't wake up in the morning and grab that flat iron and flat iron it again, and then the next day you flat iron it again and then flat iron it again. You want to avoid that because it will damage your hair. If you flat iron your hair and you find that it goes through, the flat iron goes through smooth here, and then once it get here, it kind of gets hung a little bit, like it gets a little like, what is going on? It's not going through as smooth at my root than it is down here. That means that your ends need to be trimmed, and my ends do need to be trimmed. I need to take probably about an inch of hair off of my ends. I'll do that in another video. And what else? What else about flat ironing? Oh, when you go to the hairdresser and you get your hair straightened, a lot of times we want to keep that style in as long as possible, right? I know we paid the money for it. Hair services are expensive, and we want to keep that flat style as long as possible. But really think about um, constantly running the flat iron through your hair to keep it straight, and think about the damage that could be caused if you continue to uh, put product on the hair, you know, putting product on the hair to keep it, to get it to look a certain way. So just think about those things as you probably, you know, we want it, we want the hair to stay as healthy as possible. So, yeah, and that is it, guys. I am going to smooth this back like this. There's my little scrunchies on the floor. Like this. Put this back like that. I'm going to put a little bit serum on it like that. That. And I'm going to take this. And this is just how I'm going to wear. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm hanging around the house today. So, but I think if I wasn't, I would probably put a little less jam gel just on the top part here and here, just so it won't, get frizzy. And I am going to put this on here, just like this. I'm not going to put it on too tight. And this is it. I'm going to wear my hair like this around the house. And tonight, I'm going to comb that down some. Just make a little swoop. Make a little swoop. Yeah. And tonight, what I will do is I will um, take this off tonight, and I will braid my hair in sections, and I'll put a little, probably a little serum on the ends and just braid it. in sections all the way down to the ends and tie it down with my silk scarf. After you flat iron your hair, you don't want to use a cream because it has water. You don't want to use any water-based products on your hair after you flat iron it because we all know what's going to happen, right? It's going to be puff. It's going to magically puff up, you know. So you don't want to use a water-based product on flat iron hair. You can even use oil, like a little olive oil or whatever type of oil that you have to braid your hair down at night. So that's it. That's how I flat iron my hair. And when I go back to work, I do the same style. I part my hair going this way and down the back, and I do two cornrows, one here and one here. So, yeah. So, if you have any questions about something, feel free to ask me. I don't mind answering questions. I'm gonna bring this down because I like how that comes down like that. All right. I am used to my gray hair right now. I remember when I first started this journey, it was so hard for me to wear my gray hair. I will always cover it up, or I would start feeling a certain way. Um, especially when I wanted a new look, I felt like I needed to put color in my hair. And then you know, when you have gray hair, you have to really think the process through. If you start thinking about color, you have to kind of don't rush it. Don't rush and be like, I'm going to get color. Just wait, think it through, and I promise you, you will talk yourself out of putting color in your hair, because I fell into that trap where, gray hair is associated to old women, old. And especially back then when I was single, I was on the dating scene and I'm out here with gray hair. And I ain't gonna get me no, ain't nobody gonna look my way because they're gonna think I'm an old lady. All those things was going around in my mind. But what I found out, what I realized is that you can be fly even with gray hair. I want to be one of those women in the 60s with gray, white hair, red glasses, gold earrings, so you can be fly with gray hair. So just, you know, it's a process that you have to go through. And with some people, like for myself, I when I first started the process, I would, put color in my hair, and then I go gray. I put color in my hair, then I go gray. And so, yeah, it's a difficult um, process to go through as you get older, or if you are a young lady and your hair starts to go gray. It can be somewhat traumatizing, right? So, but I found that gray hair is beautiful because everybody has their own, like gray hair can look like highlights through the hair, right? Like you can part your hair in different areas. Like on this side, you see more gray here. If I was to part it on that side, you'll see more dark color here. If I was to part in the middle, you'll see something different. So that's what I love um, about being gray. So yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you all have a great evening, and I will see you in the next video.